How about those crossover breakers prices? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys can some more content. So you're over here, you're sitting down, you're complaining on the internet the crossover breakers prices are too much money right now, and this is highway robbery. I can't believe this. I can't believe that people are selling these cars at these prices. I can't believe they're selling out. I don't know what you were thinking coming into this set, because the writing has been on the wall since this set was announced that you were going to have a terribly miscued situation out here, because Konami knew gosh darn well that Rizal was the selling point of this set, with Malice following it up on the waifu hype train. And the best part about this whole set out here is none of these have gotten support yet in the OCG. Which means if you're looking at this price tag at $450 and you're sitting here, you're like, nope, I'm not spending this, it's just too much. Okay, well, that's fine. To the people that are looking at spending the price point on this, it's already sold out on Kongs. All right, there was Kongs slipped through way more deck cores than I think people are willing to imagine there being in circulation right now. And also, this set is evidently sold out on some distros already, so which means there's no more allocation for certain things. Now, I don't know if that's true about every distro, but from what I've been told, a couple of stores can't order any more of this. So what they have coming in is it for crossover breakers. So that's a pretty major thing to think about. There is wow, these deck cores. You know why these deck cores are so much money? Because you have to pay for the cost of a case out here. Stores are paying, or what, like, you can get it, or you could have got a case very early on. I don't think you can anymore. I think it was $700 for a case in the very early stages of the pre-sale prices. And we also do not know if there are short prints in this set. That's another big thing that, I don't know why people don't understand this. You'll have one half of the camp that'll be over here that'll be like, no, Konami said there are no more short prints. All right, they vowed that there are no short prints. And then we bring the set data ratios for these side sets, and we go, see, right there, short prints. You'll have variant swings of like 80, 90 cards. You have other people over here that are going to be shitting crying on the floor. They're going to be like, no, that's not a short print, that's a variant swing. And it's like, that's like 20% of a thing, and you're just telling me that that's not an indicator of things? A 20% swing is a pretty big thing to think about out here. I guarantee you there will be short prints in this set. Not all ultra rares will be treated equally in this set. I guarantee you're probably going to pull more MTP 7s or whatever the name of the Tea Party is for the ultra rare slot than you are going to on some of the other playable cards in this set. That's going to be the reality of the situation. I have no idea what we're expecting on short prints. I kind of feel like Ice might be one, because maybe I just kind of slept during the openings, but I don't remember seeing a lot of Ices open during those pack openings. So something to kind of consider out there. And then you've got to factor in, the quarter century variants as well for this set. What if you pull, the bad QCR? I mean, QCRs, if I recall, in cases like this were one per case. So, that's why the Christian, those ones, those were extremely hard to get. And that's why you're looking at the crypto pre-sale prices right now breaking $100, even though it's a one-up from the extract, and people are just kind of good old confused sauced out here. Like, oh, I can't believe this. Now, the reality of the situation is going to be, yes, Rizal is going to be the more expensive deck core. We've already seen it on the pre-sale prices. I don't know why that was an argument to even be had out here, actually, nor do I know why I need to address that. Because I was reading some comments from people today that were like, well, personally, I think that Malice is going to be the better deck on release. All these Rizal players have no idea what's going on. I've done a lot of testing against Malice. I think Malice without Shifter is the better deck. I'm going to be honest with you. Excuse me. Let me correct that statement. I think the Malice build that will be the better one is the one not playing Shifter. Very bold statement to say out here, because you can kind of do more without actually having Shifter present in it. And now that, you have a deck kind of entering into the room out here that's going to make Shifter kind of roll on back out of the format. Because what we got to see, you think Tenpai is going to want a Shifter, a Malice deck? You're funny. That's not going to happen. All right, so Shifter is going to start its dial up out of the room out here. But I do think Ryzel is the better deck. Now, to the other people that are like, oh, hey, actually, Ryzel, you can't special summon EX underneath Shifter because you can't send to the graveyard, so deck's bad. No. In that case, we're probably just going to make what we like to call the Detonator pass. Yeah, Dreadnator putting up, 2-3 materials is something a lot of decks can't handle right now. Obviously, we have Ultimate Slayer, we have Dark Rule no more. We have all of these cool ways to board break this deck. I don't think anybody is going to ignore the fact that we have counters. But what people don't understand out here is people aren't going to be playing those counters just yet. All right, or you're not going to have enough Ryzel players to make it matter. All right, say it with me. My locals might only have 1 to 2 Ryzel players, so why am I, dedicating all of this out for that? Just so you can play the 1-up, by the way. Just throw that out there. That's why you play that. This set, I don't know why people are so upset about it. I don't know if you thought you were going to get Malice Cores for $100. I don't know whatever led that on. When those Ultras, you were only ever going to get, 3 to 4 Ultras per box. Also, I believe looking at what we saw on the videos, it did look like, 3 to 4 Ultras per box? I think the people are talking about, it looks like the average is going to be 3.5? Obviously, 3 plus 4 divide that by 2 is looking like that's what it's going to be the case of. That already sets a bad pull ratio taste in my mouth, but that does mean that, you can pull things like the Collector's Rare. You can pull the QCR in that set to kind of offset some of that value. Going forward, I think people are just bitching to bitch. I understand that the paywall on this set is incredibly bad. I think these 2 decks entering into the room, as long as we do not have a ban list. If we have a ban list here in the future, and they destroy the current meta. They take out Snake Eyes, they take out, Fire King, Yubel, Tenpai. Then you're going to be forced to pick up one of these 2 deck cores to play competitively. That's what we're looking at. If Konami does give a pass, though, and you do not see a ban list, then I think we kind of see these 2 decks integrate themselves into this. That is your biggest concern right now, is a ban list. It's not the price point of these cards being super overpriced to some people. The point here is are you going to be forced to pick up these 2 decks if Konami makes a ban list and blows up everything that is currently a contender in the meta? That is currently our issue. And if the answer is, if Konami holds on to ban list through January, February, and, you're able to do this, but I have a feeling that's not going to be the case, all right? And I'm going to keep emphasizing a ban list is going to dictate the real power of this set, because you could see these card prices tank down right now and then shoot right back up to insane higher numbers later, because Konami, you felt safe, you got comfortable, you're like, oh, I don't need to buy Malice or Ryzel. You get all comfy into your bed, and then boom, Christmas rolls around. Konami goes, for Christmas. Goodbye, Tenpai. You guys wanted that one gone, right? You wanted Yubel out of the picture too? You wanted Snake Eyes crippled? Well, enjoy spending $400 on a deck core just so that you can play competitively. And that's going to be where the real insanity is going to hit. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't have the foresight to comprehend that yet, so I'm just going to leave that there. You can sit on that thought. You can go, Konami's not going to make a ban list. They're not going to do it. I'm not going to have to spend money on this. They're not gonna make me buy a new deck. No, there's no way. Yeah, you keep sitting there and saying that. All right, if Konami doesn't do that, well, congratulations. I'm happy to be wrong, and I like being wrong. All right, it's a good thing for the game. But that's Crossover Breakers in a nutshell for you right now. People got to pay for the cost of the cases. I mean, there's got to be an expected return of value somewhere, and I don't know why people are shocked to see that things are slightly more expensive than they were expecting. Really? $100 Malice cores? No. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.